Hey guys, welcome to Ironis Insights. We have a very special guest today. We're speaking with Toly from AI or Not. And Toly, if you want, just give yourself a little brief introduction for everybody.
Yeah, one, thanks for having me, Alex. I'm Toly, Toly Kvitnitsky is my full name, Toly for short, CEO and founder of AI or Not, a leading AI detection company covering text, audio, video, deepfakes, trying to help people around the world and companies against the AI fraud. I'm actually from the East Coast originally, jealous where you are, Alex. This is the perfect time to be in New York City, in my humble opinion. But I'm live here in San Francisco, and yep, looking forward to talk everything security, cybersecurity, and of course, a term that does not get nearly enough attention lately, AI.
No, exactly. Thanks so much for hopping on. Definitely love that crisp fall air right now. We're in October. It's my favorite time of year.
Yep, yep. And we got like the matching like shirt hues as well.
We got the whole thing going on right now.
The whole thing. Yep, we even matched. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd like to get into a little bit about your background. Why did you get into this? How did you start? What's your role now?
Yep. Most majority of my career I spent in fraud and compliance space. So I worked at the largest credit bureau in the world, worked at a KYC company, eventually became a unicorn. So I spent a decade plus fighting against the techniques that bad actors have used. So everything from, the Photoshop days and like all the different methodologies that were being used around stolen identities and different scams. When I was actually a VC before I started this company. I saw what was happening with generative AI, and I immediately thought, one, everything I used to sell could very well be obsolete. Like all the previous ways that security, compliance, KYC, fraud protections are done completely break with with the prevalence of AI. And frankly, I didn't think there was enough being done about that. There was a lot being done on the generative side, not a lot being done on the protection side and the security side around this. I still think that's the case actually. So I was really implored to start the company, and I started at AI or Not a little more than a year and a half ago, really on the mission to help protect people against the dangers of AI.
Excellent. So, I mean, you guys are pretty new, but it sounds like you're very established already. Can you tell me a little bit more about where you're at right now and where you're trying to go with your company?
Yeah, I'm happy to. So we are a year and a half. We have roughly 385,000 or so users, and that's around the world. We have everyone from, teachers to students to actual government people using us. Some of the leading media companies use us all, but the entire mission is the same. That's the really incredible thing about AI and the AI detection space is whether you're a teacher or whether you're a government, you're really trying to determine like what's real, what's AI or not. And that's kind of the underlying theme. We've helped companies across a variety of different industries, insurance, KYC, and like I mentioned, government, media companies, and everything in between. Really looking to become like the platform for people who just want to like almost like opt out of AI slop. So I think we're like reaching a point where there's more AI generated content than human generated content. And there's actually numerous studies already indicating we've already crossed that plateau, and it's only going to get worse, obviously. And we're really trying to work on the products, the tools for both people and businesses who really want to like determine what's real or what's not, and really just kind of get away from the AI slop and kind of bring back a little bit more like human touch to the internet.
I think everyone would agree with that. A little bit more of a human touch. Uh, there's so much out there you don't even know what is real,
Yeah,
and that goes with multiple channels. Um, you know, I,
agreed.
I saw your post. I want to dive back into what you were saying about the AI slop, and I noticed you posted recently on your LinkedIn. Um, you know, AI slop cost Deloitte about $300,000. Uh, it's just, can you dive into a little bit of it for our listeners? What is AI slop? How does it cost you money, and elaborate a little more?
Yeah. I do think AI used in the right way is extremely powerful technology. Like used for thinking, I just had it write an Excel formula for me about 15 minutes ago because I'm like, I really don't feel like, like I was like, just here's what I'm trying to do. Write me this formula. It's had like trims and like 18 different, anyway, but when it's used blindly to just produce content and writing at scale, just for the sake of producing it, without any sort of quality or any sort of thought process behind it, almost outsourcing the whole thing to AI, that's really to me the AI slop. Like basically, like you do this. I actually don't care what the output is and do a lot of it, and that creates AI slop. So and I think it varies in a lot of different mediums. So yeah, Slop, I would make the argument in a lot of social media companies. I think it's ruining the social part of social media. And some companies aren't even hiding it, right? Like Sora, they just, cause like, you know what? We're going to get rid of the humans out of social media. We're just going to make it AI. And then in the case of business, in the case of Deloitte, one of my best friends, I used to work at Deloitte, but he no longer works there, actually in the New York office. So I can freely speak about Deloitte. I have no kind of ties to them whatsoever. But they produced a report for the Australian government. The entire report cost $440,000. And they sent it. The report had fake citations, fake stats, and a lot of just nonsense. And the Australian government called them out, and they're like, "This is AI. Like this is like classic ChatGPT." And then they requested a refund back and got a refund back for $291,000. The two things. One, Deloitte has the best negotiators I have ever heard. To keep $150,000 for ChatGPT slop is one to me incredible. Like, how did they not give back like the full fee? And I'm sure there are, as many as Deloitte consultants were affected. I'm sure there's like 1,000 times as many who are really upset about this because that gig is done. Like you can't chat GPT reports anymore. Now every company is on high alert. So I think like the $291,000 refund, actually a small amount of money that now is actually at risk for consultant. But it's actually a great example of like you don't help or you don't work with the AI, you just trust it to do the thing no matter the type of content. I think you're in for a world of pain. And good on the Australian government for calling this out. And yeah, I think there's more consequences in terms of brand damage and fees than even the $291,000 that were refunded.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting, and I've spoken to many other founders, CEOs such as yourself, and there's something about that people still don't trust about inputting something into the black box and just accepting what comes out of it. This kind, just like you said, like I just made an easy Excel sheet, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But depending on what you're putting in there and expecting out of it,
I didn't even give my whole Excel spreadsheet. I just took a screenshot of like the part. I'm like, here's like the sample data and like create the formula. Like it goes from these rows and these columns. I'm like, I just gave it the context. Yeah, I didn't even give it the full. Yeah, I didn't even give it the full thing. But yeah, it is what's happening. And I think I love my favorite example of this is the like almost visceral reaction in New York to the AI ads that are all over the subways. I love that and how people called out like FAI. There were so like AI doesn't care if it lives or dies. If you live or die, it says like don't make AI friends, make like real friends. And I love that. I agree actually with all of it. I think it should actually be made into like almost an art campaign. Like those tagged ads should be like up in like Momo or something.
yeah, that would be quite the exhibit.
Yeah, I'd
I'm over,
go.
I'm over here in the Upper East Side, so I'm not too far.
Yeah, yeah. I usually take a trip to Momo once a year. I've taken my kids there. Yep. They've seen half a dozen versions of Starry Night, all the way from Paris to that. I believe the real one's in Momo. I love it there. I would 100% be there at the opening if this was an art exhibit.
We'll have to get you back over here soon.
Yes, sir.
Um, awesome. So systems and processes, what have you implemented that you think our listeners could really benefit from? Um, maybe they could learn from it. Maybe you've learned something along the way starting this company.
Yeah. I've learned. I think there's a couple of things. One, the takeaway from for listeners, but I'll start with the second question first. What have I learned? Um, as a CEO and founder, like there's a lot that you don't know. There's more that you don't know than you know, and you can't prepare for any of it. It's almost like like learning as you go, or like last second learning. It's like you gotta, like, when you know you need to do something, accomplish something, like that's when you need that specific skill. It's almost like I love the movie The Matrix. It's almost like when Neo like gets in things like, I really need to learn how to fly this helicopter like right now, and he like unplugs that chip and like off you go. It's kind of like that. It's like I need to like figure this thing out right now. In some cases, like ChatGPT solved this Excel spreadsheet formula that I don't feel like figuring out at this point in time. And other things, it's a little bit, you need to do a little bit more than that. For your listeners, I think we're in this like really interesting time of AI is having an effect on employment, is having an effect on the economy, is having an effect on anything from global warming with the energy use to political powers and everything in between. And I think we're in this weird place where you have to almost like choose a side for your career. And with that, I'd give one warning. Accenture recently fired, I think it was 11,000 people, of the people they deemed that did not have potential to use AI. And I think it's like a really great lesson. Like if you don't get on board with this, like for career, for, work, or just understanding like what this world that we're in the middle of like forming, it's almost like when the internet was formed. It's like it changed a lot of things. I think it's happening now. The good part, that's like my doom scenario. But the really good part is you can do it in 30 days. I actually think like AGI is here. Artificial general intelligence is already here. It'll just cost you about $100. And like for any one of your listeners who wants to become like a quote unquote expert, at least like in like the 95th percentile of like how good am I with AI, just get like the top chatbots and start using it and use it for different purposes. And then like the expert level mode is apply it to your job or profession or whatever skill set and see how that does. And now you really become like that next level irreplaceable person for your company, for your business, whatever the case. So I think right now, like I think everyone's still kind of figuring out where to go with AI, but I think in each of our roles, all of the knowledge, specific like knowledge that we have, I think AI plays a really unique role in all of that. And you could become like really incredible with it. And I think anyone honestly is 30 days away from accomplishing that.
No, I agree. I think if you have the right training, I think it's more about, from what I've seen, it's just more about that cultural shift, that acceptance of this is the new reality. Like these are tools that we will have to use, or you will unfortunately, get put to the side, or
Yep.
you'll just fall behind, right? It's one of the two. Um, I remember when there was a cultural office shift when they moved to all open space and nobody wanted to give up their corner office. And
Yep.
that was, I mean, that's a much smaller scale of what we're talking about here. But it's just, we're creatures of habit and we like what we know. And this is kind of scary for some folks.
I would agree. It's the exact same thing. When I heard that like 11,000 people are fired for not using AI, I immediately thought it was like RTO or like get your vaccine to come into, or else it was like use AI or else. It was almost yeah, it was all I could have. And I think it's something to really think about. Like this is something. I don't care what stage of career you're at, or if you're in college, you can't put your head in the sand and like ignore what's happening with this.
Yeah, no, exactly. Um, so shifting gears a bit, you said you help governments, you help teachers. So I think it's really interesting right now just how, let's say, an AI threat can really impact, let's say, small businesses, and really just wipe out a small company. And the difference of the larger scale clients and these smaller scale clients, and and what you're seeing with, um, let's say, the everyday teacher and something like that.
Yeah, sure. So I do believe that AI threats are multimodality, meaning they're going to come at you from text, audio, video, and every which way, like to make you believe that what you're seeing is real. And they're going to convince you with all the senses minus smell. That's the, like, and they're going to try to convince you that what you're experiencing is real. So in the case of the teachers, is this essay written by my student or did ChatGPT write this? Did my art student actually create this piece or is it AI generated or is it Midjourney generated or whatever the case? So we see that for large businesses or government, you asked about government, a lot of misinformation cases. So misinformation in the sense of news where AI generated articles at scale to try to promote like a specific topic and fake images around that. There was a case in Turkey about 2, 3 months ago, something like that, where there was a very real political movement there, and the AI and the images that were picked up by very real media were all AI generated. So people were reporting on AI generated images on a very real topic, and that kind of muddies the waters in a little bit and kind of like, what do you believe? What's there to believe? So government really cares about that, and there's like techniques now coming a lot from China, from Russia, a technique called LLM grooming, where they'll generate 20, 50,000 AI generated articles all for the intent to actually fool the LLMs themselves, almost like LLM inception. Like you use the AI to generate a bunch of articles, and now the AI is like, oh, this must be real. I'm getting so many references of this fact that's like not real at all about some political thing. And now you get that information spit back at you, just like the Australian government experienced with the Deloitte thing. And then everything in between, to be honest, I've heard some crazy use cases. I've seen one, it was actually an insurance company, we're getting AI generated images of dental x-rays to try to get fake dental claims out. Small medium businesses were getting fake invoices sent to them, to like procurement at whatever, most of the time it's procurement or finance at the business. And they're like, oh, it looks real. It must have been something that marketing did, something that ops did, and they'll pay it. And it's AI generated. Somebody went to jail. They did this to Meta actually and got like tens of millions of dollars from them doing this. And then I always warn a company like I'm surprised this doesn't happen. I should probably stop saying this on record because somebody will do it. Around Christmas time, like call it like December 10th, like an email goes out to all at companiesemail.com, and it's a deep fake of the CEO or a SOAR video of the CEO be like, amazing job, everyone. I want to thank you guys for a great year. We absolutely crushed. I want to give everyone 2 weeks of vacation and a big fat bonus. Click the link here below on this email and tell me all that training isn't going to go out the window when you put Tell me I'm wrong. I ask
It,
every person this. Would you all the training? I'm like, I did them too, man. I worked at like a major financial institution. I did 4 hours, 5 hours every single year. You get that email, you will get a 60% click-through rate on that deepfake email. And now whoever sent it is in your system. So I think these are just some of the flavor of the things that we see on that's just this week for AI or not.
Yeah, no, I mean you're exactly right. It's very interesting. I mean, you certainly have to keep on your toes with all of these deep fakes and multiple different platforms, right? From the scale of the government to, is my student cheating? That's pretty exciting stuff. I can see your passion for it. I love it. So what do you think right now is working for you really well in your company?
Yeah, good question. I'm a really big believer that post AI, business has changed in a lot of ways. And I'll use ChatGPT and OpenAI as a really great example. I think the lines of B2B and B2C have really blurred. Like, do you view OpenAI as a B2B company or B2C company? Like, who knows, but who cares, right? They make billions on each. The extreme like Claude as well, right? Anthropic makes, the leading API company for coding use cases, but also a lot of people have cloud subscriptions, like me. I think it's a great tool, and I think that line being blurred, um, identifying that really early for AI now has really helped. So bringing in a lot of users where it almost helps like the enterprise side too. Like I've had multiple clients, some of which have come in actually as enterprise clients. They actually started off as like personal users, like just their Gmail. They're just like using it. I had no clue. I get we have 385,000 of them. So I usually
Yeah.
pay attention to, I hate to say it, I pay attention to the corporate emails that come through a lot, yeah, closer, as opposed to all the consumer ones. But they're like, yeah, I'm actually a personal user. Like you can skip the demo. I use it, and I'm going to bring this into my company. And like I appreciate like what you do. We give a free tier to all consumers. And I think that mentality, like some of the things that we've done around that, I think has really, really helped. So for like a small company, we're just 9 people, $5 million raised. We're building our own AI, but I think we kind of a punch above our weight class with our approach to like giving some of our product away. Like, and I view it as for the greater good. Paying it forward to try to help people, teachers, students, whatever the case, and then build the goodwill. As some of those people actually have jobs and they work for companies and they brought us in thereafter. So I think it's a decision I made really early when I started it, and one that I definitely don't regret.
That's a really noble approach. And look, it's you're putting that good energy out there. It seems like you're getting it back, right? You're getting some love back. And
Trying.
it's a great I mean it's a great feeling. And then and you're I think that's really really nice to hear.
Yep.
I always like to ask my guests, if you could wave a magic wand, what would you change or what could you fix in your company right now? Is there anything that you can make a little bit better?
Good question. If I can fix anything in my company. I'm going mentally through the list of things I have to fix. I'll pick it. Which one would it be? Um, the hardest part about running an actual AI company is like building AI itself. Like we're not a ChatGPT wrapper. We're not like plugged in with all, we build our own AI models. There is a lag time for building it. Like it does take a while. Even if you like the approach is good and we have an amazing team of AI researchers and PhDs who are much smarter than me. I'm proud to say I'm the dumbest person at my own company. But there is lag time to do it. And if I can wave a magic wand, it would be to really accelerate the progress that it takes for AI to be built. It's like we know there's some things like we would like to do. We know there's some things like our models, like it, but models can be better at. But it just take like training runs take time. Just like I would even go as far to say I bet any LLM company would probably say the same thing because building AI is like a long, painful, expensive process. And if I can wave a magic wand, it would be to really condense the timelines of building those AI things. So if I can choose one, that would be it. And then everything else I think would like really fall in line.
No, that's perfect. That's a great answer. That makes a lot of sense. And
Yep.
and to your company, they say if you're the smartest one in the room, you should change the room.
Wrong
So it
room.
seems like
Yeah.
you're in the right spot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. No, thanks so much. You've been awesome today. I just wanted to see where can my guests find you?
Yeah, sure. I'm really easy to find. Anatoly Kvitnitsky at LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure I'm the only Anatoly Kvitnitsky out there. And you can find me on X if that's your flavor as well. And if any listener or viewer of this wants to chat, I'm more than happy to. Toly Toly at aiornot.com. They can reach out anytime.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, and I hope you have a good day.
Thanks, Alex.